No, we're on.
Welcome to the Pivot. It's February 4th, 2021, and I am Matt Lyons here at Crybaby Hill Studios downstairs. The Juice is at Crybaby Stills upstairs, otherwise known as my living room. How you doing, Juice?
Good. I'd say it's mid-level.
Mid-level, that's true. There's a
Right.
tri-level, so there's another level. So,
Yes.
and we are the Pivot. We're brought to you by Vast Bank, executive produced by Toby Biocchini, and we are here to break down tonight's five-game DK slate for y'all. The Juice was solo yesterday, right? You went solo yesterday?
I missed you, man. I didn't feel like I broke it down like I do when you're around.
Right. I mean, I challenge you. I make you look in other areas and things. I mean, I'm here to guarantee 20 rebounds and it happens, right? That kind of stuff. So
It's always helpful to get like another perspective when you're talking about games, right? Because like you pick up on stuff that I don't, and vice versa, and you maybe talk me off a ledge, or like point me in another play. So it's good, dude. I like it when we're doing it together.
well, we got it. I'm here today, and we've got a 5-game slate. The first game on the slate is Utah at Atlanta. It doesn't start till 6:30, so we get a little bit of time before lineups have to be in. I'm noticing right away that on the Atlanta side, that Trae Young is listed as questionable, Herter's questionable, Bogdanovich out, Dunn out, Hunter out. So a lot of opening over here. On the Utah side, I see a pretty clean slate. Some scrub named Hughes has been out all season, remains out. But other than that, pretty sleek. Looks like it's all go for this team. What we got on total and game spread on this one?
This one's a 225.5 total. Hawks are getting 8.5. It's the tied for the second highest over or point total of the night. Or no, actually, I'm sorry. It's tied for the highest. No. It's the second highest point total of the night. The other 6:30 game is a little bit higher point total, but man, if Trae Young's out, I mean,
The under seems like a good bet, right?
full fade. I think. I mean,
on Atlanta, just nobody.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the Jazz are just destroying everybody lately.
Right. Are we worried about a blowout in this potential game, especially if Trae sits?
If Trae's out, dude, I will probably just want to avoid this game completely.
All Atlanta, all Utah. I like it. Well, that makes the pot easier.
We should talk about the game. I mean, because we don't know if Trae Young's going to be out.
Let's talk about it as if Trae Young were out. What would be? I mean, does that make Rondo at 3,400 tempting?
Yeah. So I would say he is definitely someone that you could consider. I'm just looking here.
What about the big guys, Capella and Collins? Capella's pretty priced up these days at 8,700. Collins is at 7,300. Would Trae being out negatively correlate with them?
I mean, I think the problem with Capella is like on the other side, Rudy Gobert, they almost seem like the same guy to me,
Right.
They get a lot of rebounds. The offense doesn't necessarily work through them. They get putbacks, alley-oops. That's kind of how they do their scoring. They're both pretty competent defenders. They can block shots. So, and Capella's price tag is 8,700. He's kind of come back down to earth last few games. I don't know, man. I probably would want to stay away. But it's a good call. I mean, if Trae Young's out, you can fire up Rondo for sure at 3,400. I mean, he would be instant value. Danilo Gallinari is cheap at 4,800 too. The minutes just aren't really there. I don't like playing John Collins when Capella's in. He's still fairly cheap, so I don't mind him. But there's just no one I really, really love on the Atlanta side tonight.
Okay, and on Utah, this would be, I would think, Donovan Mitchell could be 7,800. That's pretty pricey. Donovan Mitchell's. I mean, it's not terribly pricey.
I think that's pretty fair, actually. I mean, I think he's priced pretty well. So I don't mind Mitchell. You could always throw a dart at Gobert. I mean, Gobert's still relatively cheap, for his production. So I mean, he could have a monster game. But again, I mean, if Trey Young's out, I don't think I want to play any of these guys. Um, Mike Conley's just, I think he's reasonably priced. Like, I don't think he's too high, too low. I think he's about right. Jordan Clarkson's a guy that can always go off. I mean, if this game turns into sort of a pace up matchup, then, I definitely don't mind him. Joe Ingles at 4,800. I think, there's some upside there. And, a guy that you could save some salary with, Dr. Flavors, Derek Favors at 3,600 at center.
Is that an actual nickname, Dr. Flavors?
Yeah.
So is that a self-given Julio nickname?
It's a self-given. Yeah.
I like that.
I like Dr. Flavors.
That's a good one. I like it.
Yeah. I mean, you could go
3,600 Dr. Flavors.
Dr. Flavors is cheap. So it's all about the minutes. If Gobert somehow were to get into foul trouble, he might get a little extra run, so I wouldn't mind him at all. But that's probably it for both sides.
Well, switching over to the next 6:30 game on the slate, Golden State at Dallas. You'd mentioned that was the highest total of the night.
It is 228.5. Warriors are getting 3. A lot of injuries to talk about here.
On Dallas side, I see you said a lot of injuries.
Well, yeah, a few.
I see none on Dallas' side. On Golden State, I see Pascal questionable, Looney out, Wiseman out. So again, is it they are short big men.
Big time.
Green is not riding a questionable tag, so that should spell a lot of minutes for Green. What about Pascal?
You want to start with the Golden State side?
Yeah, just because it seems like the tricky side. Yeah. And I apologize, I got an itch in my throat over here.
No, you're good. So you mentioned Wiseman out. Kevon Looney got injured last game. Eric Pascal was like everybody's favorite play 2 nights ago, and he just shit the bed. Okay. Like, I mean, I had him a lot that night. Luckily I had him mainly in cash, so it didn't really kill me, but the people that put him in tournaments, I mean, he just destroyed lineups, and not in a positive way.
What happened?
He just looks so passive this year. He looks kind of a little bit out of shape. He just doesn't look explosive. For some reason, Steve Kerr just went with Toscano Anderson out of nowhere. He got a good amount of minutes, so I don't know, man. I mean, it was just a head scratcher.
He's cheap tonight, 3,500.
He's really cheap.
Who do you like on this Golden State side?
I mean, I love Draymond tonight. At 5,200, I think he's going to get a few minutes at the center spot, which really boosts his value tremendously. I mean, this to me looks like a 10 point, 11 rebounds, 10 assists, Draymond Green triple double.
I like it.
And at 5,200, I'm all about it. So
I like it.
I definitely like Draymond tonight. I will probably take a pass on this Toscano Anderson kid. I mean,
where's he out of?
I don't even know. I know he played a little bit last year. I'm just not overly impressed with him. He's 6'6", playing power forward. He's undersized. I don't think offensively he's a great player. I just think it was kind of lightning in a bottle. I will say Steve Kerr talked about how he's earned a spot in the rotation. Take it for what it's worth. I think a lot of people will get off of Eric Pascal tonight. If you like rolling the dice, you could go there. Another guy I sort of like tonight for Golden State, Kent Bazemore at 3.3K. Dude,
okay. They
just don't have a lot of bodies tonight. So if he gets you 18 to 20 minutes tonight, he could get you 20 to 25 DraftKings points, and we'd take it. So,
what about the two guys that do start, Wiggins and Curry? We like them at all tonight?
I like Curry quite a bit. He exploded last night. Let me see what he got last night. I mean, he went off against. And I even talked about it solo. He had 73 DraftKings points last night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He had 11 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, and 38 points, and hit 7 threes.
How many minutes did he play?
Good question. He played, let's see, played 38 minutes last night, and it's a back-to-back.
I know, I'm seeing that.
So, I typically don't like playing jump shooters on back-to-back nights just because of the legs. But I don't know. I mean, Steph Curry is one of the elite talents in the league. So I'm going to sort of like not worry about that as much. I think he's in a good spot. So you could definitely go that route. His ownership.
Oh, sorry. I'm dying over here.
Yeah, he's 17% owned, which is about right. Draymond is the most highly owned of the Warriors at 38% owned.
Makes sense.
I'm probably going to go above that, to be honest. I think I'm going to kind of live and die with Draymond tonight.
I think he sounds like a good play to me.
Yeah.
What about the Dallas side? Doncic is reaching new level of heights of expensiveness, and I don't know that are his stat lines matching up with 11K pricing, 10-9.
He's been doing okay. I was a little bit when I said there should be a lot of injuries tonight. I'm sort of anticipating Porzingis sitting on the back-to-back.
Okay. He's not listed yet, but
no, they're not listed yet. That doesn't mean anything, but I just kind of feel like they're going to sit him. I'm more often wrong on these calls than right, but the good news is it's the early game at 6:30, so we should have that news prior to lock. But I am going to go into this call sort of anticipating him sitting. So
last time he sat, we started Doncic, right? And we missed out on a couple big plays because Doncic kind of let us down. You see a correlation between Porzingis sitting and Doncic's points?
I mean, if James Wiseman and all these bigs are out for Golden State, I don't know who's going to match up with Luka Doncic tonight. I guess it would be on Andrew Wiggins, but I just don't think Wiggins has the size to match up with Luka. I would anticipate Luka having a really good night. I just haven't been able to really get Luka right this year for whatever reason. He's a
tough one this year.
Yeah, he's had a couple good games, but he's mainly been in the 50s, man. I mean, 40s and 50s. He's had like a 60 and 80 point outlier here and there. But I guess maybe I could consider him in cash, but I think I'd rather play LeBron in a tightly contested matchup against Denver for a $900 discount. That's just me. So, and Dame's out. So, I think your spend ups tonight are going to be Luka, LeBron, Steph. Maybe you throw in, Trae Young in there and Anthony Davis. And then, of course, Joel Embiid, who we'll talk about. But
assuming all those guys play in a midweek Thursday night game. So,
yeah. So, let me look at a couple other guys here. Maxi Kleber, if he gets his 25 points, sure, he's 3.6K. A guy I've been playing the last couple slates who's done really, really well is Josh Richardson. He's playing with a lot of confidence. I still like that price tag at 4.9K. So I think he's certainly in play. And then if Kristaps Porzingis sits, I think Willie Cauley-Stein is someone we could definitely look at tonight at 4.1K.
Okay.
He would get the bump in minutes.
We haven't rostered any Willie Cauley-Stein yet this year. So I noticed that watching some highlights of their last game that he was I think it was the last time Porzingis sat, he had a pretty active game. So
he's kind of an active guy. He kind of does kind of a little bit of everything as a big man. Not a true scorer, but he'll get you some rebounds, he'll get you some blocks, maybe some steals. He stuffs the stat sheet.
Okay. Well, the next game is Portland at Philadelphia.
What? I'm sorry. One other name I forgot to mention. I didn't see him here on my. But Dwight Powell, if he's playing, it looks. Is he out tonight?
Dwight Powell. I thought he played for the Raptors.
No, you're thinking Norman Powell. Dwight Powell from Dallas.
Oh no, he's 3,100 at center.
Yeah, he is definitely also a value guy that we can look at. So
we build the roster. He might be in there, huh?
He might be in there, yeah. So he's
Okay.
definitely someone we need to look at. But we can move on to the next game.
So tearing up as the NBA always does, we're now at a 7 p.m. Central tip-off, Portland at Philadelphia. On the Philadelphia side, I'm seeing Simmons questionable, Milton questionable, Ferguson out, Scott out, Simmons questionable, as I mentioned. Portland, we've got, as you mentioned earlier, Dame out and McCollum out. We got Jones Jr. out, Little out. So we've got body issues. Nurkic remains out and Zach Collins remains out. So we've got some body issues on the Portland side.
When you say blowout,
Do you think this is a blowout here?
I'll be honest. I can't believe the line is only 10 for the Sixers.
What's the combined total?
22 and a half. I sort of, the line, and I don't like to project this kind of stuff too much, but it seems kind of fishy to me. It seems kind of like Vegas is saying someone on the Philly side might sit. Joel Embiid's on a back-to-back. He's listed as probable. I don't know. I mean, you mentioned a couple guys were questionable. Did you say Ben Simmons was questionable?
He is.
Okay. Maybe he sits. I mean, I guess I'm just sort of anticipating someone on the Philly side is going to be unavailable tonight.
Makes sense.
But Joel Embiid, if he plays, dude, he's probably my favorite spend up. I mean, 10.2 against Enes Kanter defense. He absolutely could just destroy the Portland front court.
For some reason, I'm nervous. We're not, as I have been nervous about Anthony Davis in the past. I feel like you're right. I don't know that we're going to get this matchup.
I don't think we are, but if he plays, I'm probably going to have a lot of Joel Embiid.
What I mentioned when you walked in is, and not, do you want to stay on the 76ers side?
I mean, just you can go ahead and talk about something.
To me, it's this night spells Anthony Simons night to me. I just can't imagine him just not getting a ton of run tonight.
I mean, I think he's going to have to get a ton of run for sure. The question is he going to, is he going to do anything with it? Here's my thing. Guys like Anthony Simons, Gary Trent Jr., Rodney Hood, they're good NBA players, right? But they're not option one. They're not option two. They're not even probably option 3 or 4 most nights.
Who's option 1 for the Trailblazers tonight?
That's my point, is that, like now you're going from being a role player to being counted on as a primary scorer for your team, right? And it gets a little dicey, because now like you can't just be in the shadows putting up shots. You got to make your own shots. Defenses can key on you. I know you don't like this guy, but Carmelo is going to chuck. He is going to chuck.
I think Trent Jr. is going to chuck.
He might too. Thing with Trent Jr. is, and this might not be something we really need to worry about too much. He's 6.2K, but he will get a lot of minutes, and he will put a lot of shots.
He's going to take a lot of threes for sure.
He will. So, I mean, he's definitely someone you can look at. The price tag gives me a little bit of pause.
I like Simons is my favorite play out of this whole bit.
I think Simons is in a good spot too.
Simons is 4.6, so his payoff spot is at about, let's just say 5. So 25.
25, 30.
You want to give me any odds on whether he gets on over 25 fantasy points or not tonight? Because I'll probably fire it pretty hard. When can we start betting on fantasy points? Screw these regular points, right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Cantor, I don't know. I mean, he's 7K. I just kind of feel like he's going to get in foul trouble if Embiid plays.
If Embiid doesn't, I was just going to say, if Embiid doesn't play, I think Cantor would be a very good consideration.
Yes, absolutely. And then another guy that you could throw a dart at this dude is Harry Giles III. If Cantor gets in foul trouble, he's projected own Cantor at 12%. Giles is at 7.7%. Yeah, it could be direct leverage off of Giles.
I like it. Say hi, Austin. That's our studio builder. What's
Hey,
uh Carmelo at 4,900 is somebody I would consider playing just because of his
Yeah.
price and his likely minutes.
It's just an opportunity thing, right? He's gonna
Right.
get minutes. He's gonna get shots. Um, you know, Carmelo's one of those dudes. He's not afraid of the spotlight. He's not afraid of a shot. So he'll
What if-
definitely chuck.
Let's talk about the Sixers. This is I think a mess tonight on that side.
Man, I don't think I really want to play any of the Sixers. I mean, it's
I just don't know who. I mean, obviously Tobias Harris is but he's pretty priced about with the idea that Embiid may not play. So if Simmons doesn't play and Embiid doesn't play, then Harris is probably a decent play at 7,200, right?
so I'm going to give you sort of my opinion on this game. Like, if you think that Portland can keep it close, then you absolutely should play some Sixers. Okay. If you think that Portland cannot keep it close, which that's kind of where I'm sort of like leaning, then I would absolutely play like a guy like Tyrese Maxey, maybe a Shake Milton. I'd play their backups. It's a very dangerous proposition because you're sort of banking on a blowout happening. But if it does happen, those are kind of like tournament winning type of scenarios. So we know Tyrese Maxey can absolutely fill it up. So if he gets you 25, 28 minutes tonight at 3.2K, man, he could score 35 DraftKings points, you know? So he's somebody that I'll put it this way. If all the Sixers are starting tonight, I will probably have a little bit of Tyrese Maxey. Okay. Ben Simmons at 8.3. I just don't want to play him. Seth Curry is fairly cheap. I played him last night. He kind of burned me, so I'll probably stay away from him. Tobias Harris is always a good cash play at 7.2. And we talked about Embiid. I mean, if he's in, he's definitely somebody you should look at.
Okay. Well, moving on to the next level game. It's the 8 p.m. tip-off, and that's Houston at Memphis. What do we got as a combined total and a spread on that game? We got some injuries to talk about.
224.5 is the total, and the Grizzlies are favored by 3.5.
And Houston has got Wallet questionable, Oladipo out, Nwaba questionable, and that's it on that side. Memphis has Winslow out as usual, Allen out as usual, and then J-Val is out as usual, or not as usual, but has often the case is
Right.
out. Jackson Jr. remains out. Tilly remains out. Break this one down for us. Where do you want to start? What side?
Let's start with the Houston side.
Okay.
So I think John Wall is going to play.
Okay. He did not play last night, right?
He did not. And I just read something that says he's not on the injury report, but I do see him as questionable on DraftKings. So take it for what it's worth, but I think he's going to play. No Victor Oladipo kind of means it's the John Wall show at the guard spot. So at 6.9K, I really, really like John Wall. I'll be honest, this might be a game I just full on stack.
Oh, wow. Okay. I did not see that.
I mean, it's a fairly close point total, closer than the other games we've mentioned thus far, with the exception of the Warriors and Mavericks. But the Jazz game has kind of a high over, or I'm sorry, they're favored by quite a bit. The Sixers are favored by quite a bit. So this might be a game that I really look at to stack, just simply because I think the pieces are very affordable on both sides. So we can get a lot of different parts. But John Wall, I really like at 6.9K. He might be my favorite play of the slate. Eric Gordon at 5.8K. I mean, another guy I think is going to get a bunch of shots. Christian Wood, 8.8K. Love the spot for him too, man.
They're going to really need him tonight, aren't
They
they?
really need him tonight. So Jayshawn Tate, he's another starter, 4.7K, getting about 28 to 30 minutes a game. I mean, I like a lot of these Houston guys, right? DeMarcus Cousins, I mean, I guess if you think that Christian Wood gets in foul trouble, he's a nice leverage spot, but I'm not going to anticipate that happening. So I'll probably stay away from DeMarcus. But those are the main guys. The main guys, the main three for Houston is probably who I'll focus on. If we go over to the Memphis side, John Morant 7'6". I still think that's a very reasonable price tag for him.
He hasn't hit that explosion game or anything.
He hasn't hit that explosion game, and I kind of want to be in early on it when it happens. But he's certainly someone you can look at. Dylan Brooks is, he's always someone you could throw a flyer on at 5.9. I think Brandon Clark at 6K, he's going to get a good amount of run as well. Kyle Anderson's been playing really well as of late. Xavier Tillman at 5.2, that price tag's a little bit up there, but if he's going to get you mid to upper 20 minutes, I still think he can return value. So I like a lot of parts on both sides of this game. Probably be a game I might look to stack in maybe one or two lineups tonight.
I like it. Okay, the last game of the slate is the late night hammer, tipping off at 9 p.m. Central. Like you mentioned, I'm guessing this is a national televised game.
It is. So the Golden State game is the opening game on TNT, and Denver and Lakers is the nightcap on TNT. Big game, man. Big game for both teams.
So as far as injuries are concerned, the usual LeBron James, Anthony Davis questionable tag is with us tonight.
Okay.
That's about it. Dudley remains out. That's about it. The Denver side, pretty clean with Harris out, Dozier out. And that's about it. Pretty clean. So we're going to have the stars for tonight likely play. We're going to probably see some Anthony Davis and LeBron tonight. We'll definitely see Jokic. What are you liking in this? A lot of expensive plays.
I mean, Jokic at 11K.
That's a lot.
It's a lot, man. I mean, I love Joker, and you'll never hear me not want to play him, but on a 5-game slate
against the Lakers,
so here's my feeling. I feel like if you play Jokic, you almost have to play either AD or LeBron, and if you do that, then close to 50% of your salary is tied up in two guys, right? So if you feel like you got the value to play both those guys, go for it. But I would maybe shy away from playing Jokic by himself. And it's almost the same thing for LeBron too.
I don't see a lot that I love in this matchup.
I mean, Will Barton's cheap at 5.2. Don't mind that. Monte Morris at 4.2K. I definitely like that price tag. So he's someone that I would really consider. JaMychal Green, we've played him over the years. He's been a dude that when you got around 4K, you just plug in JaMychal and you just kind of rest easy, He's in a good spot for his salary. Jamal Murray is one of those dudes that we know he can go off. He just hasn't seemed to be going off this year. So I think I'll probably pass.
What about Porter Jr.? He kind of came back and had some good games.
Yeah, he's 6.1. He really struggled in the playoffs against the Lakers in the bubble. I don't know. I just don't love him tonight. And then Paul Millsap is 4.1K. That's really cheap, but he tops out around 20 to 25 minutes max. So there's sort of a low ceiling with Millsap anymore, but he's a good cash game option.
I like it.
So the Lakers, I kind of like LeBron at 10K, man. I mean, I think that's a good salary for him. It's a nationally televised game.
Big game.
These are sort of the games that LeBron kind of likes to make a statement, right? So
yeah.
I think the price tag is fair. I don't think it's cheap. I don't think it's expensive. I think it's pretty spot on. AD is always somebody that you can throw a dart at, but I just feel like he just hasn't hit that ceiling very often this year. So I don't know if I'm going to play him. Montrezl Harrell, man, he just looks lost without Lou Williams.
Right.
And conversely, Lou Williams kind of looks lost without Montrezl Harrell. It's weird, dude. I mean, they work so well together, but they just, I don't know. It's just not working for whatever reason.
Schroeder's got a pretty cheap price tag tonight, 5,500.
He's 5,500, definitely not bad. KCP is one of those dudes that, he can get hot from three and, get you 20, 25 points. I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe you could throw in Mark Gasol at 3.3K. I just think they might need him to play a little bit more minutes, considering Jokic is on the other side, So,
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of a point per minute dude. If he gets 18 to 21, minutes, maybe he gets 20 to 25 DraftKings points, and he gives you some nice value. So I could definitely see Gasol getting a little bit of run tonight. But I mean, overall, I really want to watch this game, but I don't know if I want to play a lot of guys on fantasy.
Well, let's figure out which guys you do want to play and build this lineup.
Okay.
So let's start off at the point guard. So I kind of, me, I always put some players in as you're talking. I put in Simons because I like him, Green, Embiid, Wall, and Wood.
Okay.
But tell me what I'm going to clear this, and you tell me what we're doing tonight. Let's start with the point guard position.
Love John Wall. I said he was my favorite player on the slate tonight, so I think we're going to go right to John Wall at 6,900.
Okay.
I like the Anthony Simons play, 4,600. I think that's solid. I don't see him hurting us, right?
At shooting guard, I just can't. I mean, if he's really going to have the ball in his hand, he doesn't just sit by. He's not one of those guys that just sits in a corner and watches. And I get what you're saying about him having to take all the shots. I don't, he might not have his best game, but he's definitely going to have his most minutes game in a while, won't we?
You're right. And I mean, he's in the NBA for a reason. So he should be able to score the basketball if he gets enough shots. So
what about small forward? Where are we at small forward?
I wish Gary Trent Jr. was a little bit less expensive, but he kind of talked me onto him. Let me see where is Carmelo only
4,900.
Is he small forward, power forward eligible?
I think that's where he's at tonight.
He's at power forward. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, he's only power forward.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess I'm going to not play Trent. Let's plug in Carmelo at 4,900.
And he is small forward, Dave?
He's power forward.
Okay. Who are we doing at small forward?
Yeah. Let's go to small forward now.
Hello.
I feel like I want to go one more time. This is kind of like when you're at the blackjack table.
What about Oubre Jr. seems to keep paying off his $5,400 price, right?
Yeah, and they might need. Let me look at something real quick. I want to look at the minutes. He's been just getting in the mid 20s in minutes. Even last game, he only got 27 minutes.
That's weird. It seems like he's on the court more when you watch. What about Bazemore at 3,300? Try to free some stuff up.
How much is Draymond?
Green is
okay. Let's take Carmelo out. I want to put Draymond at power forward.
Okay.
Because I still think we can play Draymond, but let's go to power forward. I think we're going to spend down a little bit power forward is what I'm thinking.
Who did we put at small forward?
No, I'm sorry, at small forward. That's what I'm talking about.
I like Wiggins at 6,500 tonight. But you know me, I love some Wiggins.
I mean, I definitely think that I'm just going to keep going back to this well. He's been really good to me the last couple slates. Josh Richardson at 4,900, man. I mean, he just keeps producing. I mean, like, look at his let's look at his since he's come back.
I watch it. He's been in a lot of cash lineups that I played against, so I understand the Josh Richardson
36
plays.
and 37 minutes, 32 and 40 DraftKings points. He still hasn't been priced up enough, in my opinion. I mean, and against Golden State, it's going to be an up-tempo matchup for Dallas. I'm going to go back to him.
I like it. Okay, so at power forward, we put Green.
Yes.
At center, Christian Wood. Rudy Gobert. I think Gobert could have a big rebounding night. Xavier Tillman, I don't mind at 5,200. Willie Cauley-Stein at 4,100. If Porzingis is really out.
We're gonna punt, dude. I'm gonna go right to Dwight Powell at 3,100.
Wow, that's some cheapness there.
I mean, I just can't see him not 6-7xing tonight. I really can't, man. I think they have no big men, you know. I really like that play. I think
that really frees up some money, really.
It really
okay. Does. So now we've got 3 spots left. We got 25,300, which is $8,433. Who do you like in the guard spot?
I would say, God, I really like that price tag for Eric Gordon tonight too, man. I think he's gonna shoot that with Oladipo being out.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Eric Gordon.
So that leaves us 2 expensive players here. Are we gonna go? LeBron's getting a slot. So LeBron and Christian Wood, or who are we going with? LeBron and Trae Young? Wait, we could do. Yeah.
Let me see here. Let me ask you this. Would you rather play this lineup with Trae Young, or would you rather play John Morant and either Donovan Mitchell or Rudy Gobert?
I like Donovan Mitchell much better than I like Trae Young tonight.
Okay, so let's put in Mitchell. And then we can play. Oh, man, almost had enough for Ja. See, this is where it gets a little dicey. Like, we could play Rudy, but we don't really.
I'm missing something. We could play anybody. What did I miss? Did you put LeBron in or something?
I did put LeBron in at forward.
Okay, you got it. I'm sorry, but this has been a confusing lineup creation. So
Sorry.
LeBron. So now that leaves us 9-5.
Right.
So we're going to put Mitchell in and have 1,700 left over.
No, so I've got Wall, Simons, Josh Richardson, Draymond Green, Dwight Powell, and then I've got Donovan Mitchell in at the guard spot.
Oh, okay. So Eric Gordon's not in.
No, I took him out.
Okay. And then LeBron, and then Gobert.
Yeah, the only thing is we don't really have anyone on Atlanta to run it back with.
Happens. I don't think Trae Young's going to play, so I think Atlanta might get killed tonight.
Okay. Then let's run with it.
I like it. I think we've got pieces on the high-scoring teams tonight, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't like Atlanta to be a high-scoring team, even though they usually are tonight playing Utah. I think Utah could actually score a lot more than they usually do. Correct?
Yeah, because they're getting the uptick in pace.
Right.
Sure. Yeah.
If Trae Young doesn't play, then Atlanta's not going to have any points really to score. So I'm a little worried about a blowout. But anyway, no, I like the lineup. So to recap, we've got and Juice Nation, we do need to pay attention because at 3:05 p.m., 3 of our guys are listed as questionable. So yeah, we got a late tip-off to look for 6:15 finalization. But we've got Wall at 6,900, Simons 4,600, Richardson 49, Green 5,200, D-Pal for Dallas being our scrub tonight, 3,100, Mitchell at 78, LeBron at 10, and Gobert at 75. I like that lineup a lot, but we need to watch. We will watch the injury news for you all and check back with the juice so we can see what
Jackson loves the lineup.
Yeah, he is a big fan. Okay, let's do some over-unders. I'm a little buried right now, and I need some big ones tonight. I might go a little big. So as usual, it's fade, like, or smash. Smash may come with a different number tonight. So smash conservatively, because I might bet big. Okay, so we do have a lot here because the two nationally televised games.
Okay.
I'm going to move quickly. First nationally televised game, Curry 29.5, 5.5, 5.5, 4.5. We've been doing this for a while. Those are pretty much Curry standard numbers. Anything you like on that?
I think this is a big Curry game. I think he's got to do a little bit more tonight. So I like the assists.
I was going to say the back-to-back scares me the
Yeah.
most about Curry.
I like the assists.
Okay, let's do that. He did play great last night. Wiggins is 18.5, 5.5, 1.5 threes.
Oof. Kind of like the 1.5 threes.
I think I might go the points and the threes tonight. I agree with you. I think they might need a little Wiggins tonight. Okay, Mitchell, who we just put in the lineup, is 24.5. Conley 16.5. Bogdanovic is 16.5. Like anything there?
I like Mitchell in the over.
I like Mitchell too. Rockets at Grizzlies. Morant's 20.5. Brooks is 16.5. No Rockets for some reason.
Really? I'll take Ja in the over. I think he's going to have a bounce back game in that.
Jokic is 23.5, 10.5, 6.5. No 3-point line tonight.
Yeah, I think Jokic either explodes tonight or he just has kind of like a
I think either way he'd get some assists. I kind of like the 6.5 assists. Thoughts? Okay. Vegas likes that too. Murray is 18.5 with 3.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 1.5 threes.
I like the 1.5 threes.
I'm not going to bet it because it's minus 175. So we're basically, yeah, they might move it up later. So, okay, LeBron is 24.5, 7.5, 8.5, 2.5 threes.
I think other than the threes, I might go the over on all of them.
I like it. LeBron has been out of the people we bet have done most consistently well for us.
Good. Let's hope it keeps going tonight.
Anthony Davis, 24.5, 8.5, 3.5 assists.
I don't want to touch Anthony Davis.
Okay, I like it. We put 9 bets in tonight.
Okay.
Recap: we didn't smash anything, so
it's okay.
Find something. Curry is we did Curry assists, Wiggins points, which I kind of am on, not Julio. We did Wiggins 3, which Julio agreed. We did Mitchell points, Ja points, overs. We did Jokic assists, LeBron on all 3. So I like it.
Cool.
Get a smash play. Let me know before tip off because I can use a smash tonight. So tomorrow we're going to try the live stream early in the morning. 10:30 Central Time is when we're scheduled to be here. We usually means about 11 o'clock. We can get the thing up and going. We're getting some progress made on our studios. We're building out a office here out of the closet. We're turning it into a director's office. So the studio is in the kind of in shambles right now. So we need to get, but we're excited, and I hope you guys are enjoying the basketball lineups. We're trying to get something out every day. Julio's doing a great job of that. We will definitely be here tomorrow and look forward to the live stream.
9 game slate tomorrow, dude. 9.
Nice. I still got some small, mediums, and larges in the t-shirts. If anybody leaves a comment that they need one, let us know. And we'll be here for the Big 9 game slate tomorrow doing a live stream. And I look
Yeah,
forward to it.
also real quick, we're above 50 subscribers, so
I
thank
saw
you.
that 52. We're
So
on our
that's
way.
great. If you could like and hit a comment for us, that would be greatly appreciated.
The
Thank
uptick
you
in
for the support, guys.
subscriptions are keeping us motivated through the
Yeah.
basketball, and we're trending towards September for some big football cast. Anyways, doing good. We will see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks.
Thanks, Juice.
See you.